What's up, y'all? I'm back again with another werewolf story time. This one is from one of my supporters, and it's very, very interesting. So this story starts with just a regular 17-year-old in Alabama. Well, he was 17 at the time. Let's call him Greg. So Greg started this story off by telling me when he was 17, he had two Great Danes. One was bigger than the other. They already lived in the woods, but he was like, the dogs would be barking deep in the woods. He was like, I always go outside to call them to come back in. By the time he get there, they're already at the house, staring intensely into the woods, as if they never left, as if something else was barking. What did I say his name gonna be? Greg? I think so. If it's not Greg, I apologize. I like to go between Eric's, John's, and like different names like that. But I decided to make this character named Greg today because I can't give y'all this man's real name. All right, so boom. Greg comes from a huge hunting family in Alabama. If you don't know where Alabama is, it's in the South in the USA, America. So Greg's little cousin wanted to go hunting. He had to be like 6 or 7 at the time. So Greg's dad asked him, would you be able to take him? Because nobody was going out during that day and that time. Greg completely agreed because he loved that little kid. He had a great bond. He was like the cool big cousin. And Greg's little cousin was obsessed with hunting, even at that young age. They're walking like an hour out into the trail. Greg's little cousin is happy as he can be in his little camo outfit. They walk over hills, creeks, and then another hill to reach their house. So the family has a small house in the woods that they hunt from, which I'm sure whatever creature or entity lives in that forest already knows that and already probably investigated this whole house. So Greg seen a quick white flash at the corner of his eye. He thought that was very weird because if it was a deer, what is it even running from? And their family have unalived all the coyotes in the area, allegedly because the coyotes was stealing all their chickens. So they say. So Greg is more frustrated at the loss of opportunity of deer than to pay attention to weird things going on around him. On the other side of the creek, near the house, Greg begins to hear something walking through the brush. He shushed his cousin so he can hear. So Greg's little cousin, thinking it's a deer walking towards them, he's getting all excited. In Greg's mind, that's not a deer. Nothing should be walking out here. Greg spent a lot of time in the woods, and he knew what certain footprints look like and those sounds they make. Greg said usually a deer would take 3 steps, stop, look around for danger, and then continue. He said this walking pattern sounded more like a squirrel, like it would move very fast and then crash to stop. But he said there is no squirrel big enough to break branches, twigs, and all that. And it took like 45 minutes before it stopped. All right, y'all, come back for part 2 and I'll finish this story up. This is a very interesting one. I don't think y'all want to miss this one. I'm Cube of Lore. This is Forbidden Lore Season 2, Werewolves. And it's for entertainment purposes only. I'm gonna catch y'all in part 2. Bye. All right, y'all, here's part 2 on werewolves in Alabama. So where I left off was, Greg keeps hearing something in the woods, walking around him. And it does this for like 45 minutes until it stops. Greg continues to act normal for his little cousin's sake, of course. So Greg takes his little cousin and they start walking back to the house because there was no sign of deers and he was just completely disappointed. But I was just thinking in that very moment, if there was no deers in the woods during hunting season where they should be overpopulated, they're hiding. They ran from something. There's a reason they're not around right now. They both were very disappointed. Then Greg's little cousin realized he left his camel bag that went with his little camel outfit. So they're damn near at the house at this point. So Greg takes their family 4-wheeler. It's like a heavy duty one, made for hunting, made to go through the woods. So he could just head up there really fast to go grab it for his cousin. Since he wasn't worried about scaring deers anymore, he could put the loud engine on and just fly through the woods. He got up there to the house, grabbed the bag, put it on the 4-wheeler. And as he's getting back on the 4-wheeler, something dashed past very quickly and he only see them through his headlights. He said at an impossible pace. So Greg puts the pedal to the metal and gets up out of there. Greg said you can hear the creature over the massive ATV engine. You could hear something splashing and moving fast through the creek in the water behind him. Then at a quick glance, he said he's seen a white humanoid creature with black hair all over it. And the hair was the length of the creature's body. So Greg pushes the gas even harder. He hit a bump. The ATV went flying, y'all. He landed about 15 feet away from where he took off. It didn't bother him at all. He kept pushing the ATV full throttle. He got in front of his house, and when he got there, he pulled out his buck knife, ready to get active. He was looking around, eyes darting everywhere. He didn't see anything. He also didn't see his 6-year-old cousin anywhere to be found. And Greg said, "It's one thing to chase me. I'll run. But if you do anything to him, you better run." But as Greg is getting more heated of just the thought of his little cousin being unalive or taken or whatever, the little boy sticks his head out the window. He was in the house and he was pretty shaken up. Greg thought he would have been outside playing still or something. He said he got scared when he heard Greg flying through the woods. He asked Greg, "Were you running from something?" You know, kids be knowing. That little boy wasn't dumb. He knew something was going on. And Greg goes, "No, big man, I was just playing. That was all for fun." After Greg's little cousin went home, Greg's father asked him, "Why were you riding like a madman through the woods?" Because this is not like Greg at all. Greg said he gave him that look like, "I'm not about to talk about this right now." He said his father just looked at him and said, "Don't mess up that ATV," and left him right alone. His dad probably knows too. This was a while ago. Greg said he still lives there. He still hear his dogs barking into the woods. By the time he gets to the door, they're outside the door, right in front of the house, as if they never left. He said he hasn't seen the creature since then, but he said if he does, he will be blasting it from wherever it came from. So guys, what you guys think? You guys think it was a werewolf? A dog man? I don't know. I'm even getting skinwalker vibes. I don't know what this creature was. It doesn't really sound werewolf to me, but then it can. We know there's many different types. We may not know all, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Because I definitely know for a fact Alabama and the South has a lot of entities. I'm Cube of Lore. This is Forbidden Lore Season 2, Werewolves. If you like content like this, don't forget to engage from the bottom up. That's like, comment, subscribe, all that. And of course, follow me because I know you didn't do that yet. As always, this is only for entertainment purposes only, allegedly, hypothetically speaking. All right, let me know what y'all thoughts, and I'm going to call you guys back during the next full moon and the next werewolf arises.